Presidential immunity, a concept charged with controversy and debate, lies at the heart of the democratic system of justice. This notion, that the highest office in the land could be exempt from legal consequences, has been a topic of heated discussion throughout history. In a historic, consequential, and controversial decision on Monday, the Supreme Court granted substantial immunity from prosecution to former President Donald Trump on election subversion charges. The decision almost certainly will delay his trial until after the November election, if it takes place at all. The vote was 6-3, with the court's Republican appointees all in the majority and the Democratic appointees in fierce dissent. As the case unfolded, Trump's defense rested on a singular argument: absolute presidential immunity. The decision, written by Chief Justice John Roberts, established a broad new immunity from prosecution, not just for Trump, but for past and future presidents too. Presidents may not be prosecuted for exercising their core constitutional powers, and even in situations where former presidents might be prosecuted after leaving office, they are entitled to at least presumptive immunity from prosecution for official actions they took as president. Such immunity is needed, said the Chief Justice, in order to protect an energetic and independent executive, willing to take bold actions and make unpopular decisions when needed. And while Roberts said that private actions by a former president are not protected from prosecution, his opinion seemed to inexorably intertwine private and public actions. The court, however, did not itself resolve whether any of the election subversion charges against Trump could go forward. Rather, the justices sent the case back to the trial court judge to determine whether any of the charges against Trump are sufficiently private to survive. In other words, not within his official purview as president. And it made it far more difficult to prosecute a former president by limiting the evidence a prosecutor could present. In a brief statement to reporters on Monday, President Biden said that today's Supreme Court decision undermines the rule of law and sets a dangerous precedent. Today's decision almost certainly means that there are virtually no limits on what the president can do, Biden said. The power of the office will no longer be constrained by the law, even including the Supreme Court of the United States. The only limits will be self-imposed by the president alone. Stuart Gerson, a Republican who served in high-level Justice Department positions, put the effect of Monday's ruling this way: it is impossible that this case will be resolved, if ever, before the election. In short, he said, Trump got what he wanted: delay. But the former president actually got quite a bit more. The court made clear that if he is re-elected, he will be free to simply order the Justice Department to drop the charges against him, and that his pardon power is unlimited. The majority gives President Trump all he asks for and more. Whether described as presumptive or absolute under the majority's rule, a president's use of any official power for any purpose, even the most corrupt, is immune from prosecution under this decision. The rule was that the 6-year statute of limitations began when the regulation became final. But on Monday, the court said that an injured plaintiff could file a challenge to a final rule at any time he was injured, as long as it is within 6 years of the injury, not 6 years of the rule becoming final. So, where does this leave us? On one hand, it underscores the importance of checks and balances in our system. On the other, it raises concerns about the potential misuse of power. As we navigate the aftermath of this decision, it's clear that the conversation about presidential immunity is far from over. It's a complex issue, one that will continue to shape and be shaped by the evolving landscape of American law and democracy. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification button to stay updated with the latest news.